guys, welcome back to my channel, Ellarie. The weather is feeling pretty good today. Feeling like spring, finally. Last week was pretty bad, so I decided to do my makeup. I really love deep plums and pinks, especially on the eyes and the lips. So I decided to play with those colors today. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel first, then follow me over here, and continue to watch to see how I got the look. So I haven't started with my brows in a while, so I figured I'd start there today. This one obviously is done. This one's about to be done. Usually I like to use a pencil, like a twist-up pencil, because it's a little faster for me. But I run out of those so frequently, and I just ran out of my last pencil. So I'm going to go back to Brow in the shade 5 from Benefit. I usually use this in between pencils and when I run out of my pencils. And this has become one of my favorite brushes to do my brows with. It is from Dose of Colors. I'm pretty sure it's just called a brow brush because there's a spoolie on the side. But this angled side is like super thin and flat, and it helps me get my lines nice and straight. So I just tap it in Brow, and I'm going to outline my brow shape, not starting all the way in the inner corner, but a little bit further back. And I'm pretty much going to follow my natural shape, but fill in any areas that need to be filled in. Now I'm going to do the same thing at the top, going a little bit above the hairline, but still following its natural shape. And the tips of my brows are like really thin or thinner than this part, so I always have to pull out this a little bit more just to make the thickness add up, because if I just went straight down with my natural brows, it look like this. So I pull it out a little bit further just to fill in. Now that I have it outlined, I'm going to dip it back in the pomade and start filling it in. For this inside corner, I really just use the excess product because I don't want this part too dark. Every now and then you want to brush it with a spoolie just to make sure all the product is being distributed evenly. Now I'm going to give one final brush with the spoolie. You can also use the spoolie to brush out any areas where the product is too heavy to lighten it up. And now I'm just cleaning off the brush because I like to use the same brush to clean my brows, because like I said, it's really thin and flat. And I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC50 to clean them up. I just get the brush, put the concealer on one side of the brush, and I start past the inside of the brow and bring it straight out, cleaning out the outline. Same thing with the top of the brow. And then I'm just going to rub in the concealer with my finger and brush my hairs one last time with the spoolie. One final look to see if they look, you know, similar. They're not going to both look exactly the same, but they look good enough for me. So moving on to the makeup. Okay, I just started this eye, and now I realize why I started doing my face before my eyes. For the longest time I was doing my eyes before my face, then I started doing my face before my eyes, and I started liking that more because you get a more overall feel of what the look is going to look like. But when you start with your eyes first, like, you can look at it and be like, let me take this off. And that's how I feel like right now. Right now, no. I try not to let that discourage me and just keep on going and see what it looks like after I do my face. But for now, I'm just going to keep going. I started with Benefit's Don't Stray Medium Deep Eyelid Primer. I just dot this all over the eye, blend it in. 3 of the shadow colors I'm going to use are from the MAC Cosmetics Red Hot x9 eyeshadow palette. I'm going to start with this orangey matte color, and I'm using Dose of Colors blending brush to blend this in right underneath the brow as my first transition color. Applying it a little heavily because it's going to get a little lost when I add pink. Now I'm using Sigma's E25 blending brush, and I'm going to blend in this matte pink shade right underneath the orange into my crease, starting in the outermost part of the eye. Now I'm going to use Sigma's small tapered blending brush and dip it into that matte purple shade. I'm going to use a really small amount to outline my crease right here just to give it some depth. So those are the only 3 transition colors I'm using, so I'm just going to go back and forth between the brushes and blend them all out and into each other and get it as blended as possible. Now for my lip color, I'm using Let Me Explain by ColourPop, and I'm using Dose of Colors concealer brush to place this all over my lid. Now I'm just going to go over that crease again to blend out that transition. For the glitter, I use one of La Splash's diamond eyeliners in the shade Pink Sparkles, and I just place that all over the lid shadow, staying out of the crease. Now you just want to finish out any further blending you need to do before you move on to beating that face. Okay, so we'll finish up the rest of the face later. Now I'm going to finish this eye. As you can see, I did this one. Not too shabby. Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but we'll go with it. Gonna start by using Jouer's Matte Black Liner to tight line and for my waterline. To smudge out the lash line, I'm using Sigma's Short Shader Brush E20 in that same matte pink that I used in the crease. And I'm just going along my lower lash line. With all the smudging, you may have to go back over your waterline with the black liner like I did to make it pop a little bit more. Now I'm grabbing that Pink Sparkles diamond liner that we used on the lid, and I'm gonna add that lightly underneath the lower lash line. Not too much, just for a little sparkle. Now for my wing liner, y'all know that Lancome Grandiose is usually my jam, but I'm all out. So I had to dig through my liner drawer and I found this jewel. It is called Swing, and it is black liquid liner from the Balm. I'm glad I found it because now I love it. And I'll probably use this until it runs out. It's a felt tip, but it's very firm and pointy, so you're gonna get it nice and short. And it dries matte black, which is a necessity for me when it comes to my wing liner. For my lashes, I believe it's called ILO or ELO. This is what the box looks like. And these are the style Iris. And I'm just gonna clean off my lashes and then apply them with House of Lashes Lash Glue. Bottom mascara, using Motive's Fiber Lash. And to blend in my real lashes with my falsies and kind of add a little mascara on my false lashes to make them kind of stand out a little bit more, I'm using Laura Geller's Lash Boss. And I'm using this one because of the way the wand is shaped. As you can see, like on one side there's like long spokes and there's short spokes on this side. So when I'm applying this mascara to my natural lashes, I'll apply this side with the long spokes first to separate them, and this side to add the product on a little bit heavier, so pretty much 2 coats. But when I already have lashes on, I use the longer spoke side to blend in my real lashes to my falsies and add a little bit of mascara to my false lashes without applying too much product. Finally, now that my lash band is dry, I'm just going to go over it with a little liner, and we're done with the eyes. Before I do my lips, I'm going to add a highlighter. This is Dose of Colors Supreme Glow Highlighter in Gold is the New Black. I'm going to try out this blush from Marc Jacobs I've never used before. It is called Night Fever and Hot Stuff. And finally for my lips, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. I'm using the shade 13 and 12. Now let me fix my hair and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching my makeup tutorial. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I kind of need some ideas for colors for my next video. I know someone requested a green look, so I will try to work on that one next. But if you want to see something different or certain color combinations, give me some ideas in the comments below, and I'll try to work it out. In the meantime, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Mwah.